Now that you've finished writing your essay, it's time to double check your MLA formatting, create your Works Cited page, and submit your assignment. So the first thing you want to do is check the MLA formatting of your entire paper. Remember that you need to have a heading that has your name, your teacher's name, your class, and the date. In your header, you need to have your last name and the page number. You also need a title that is center aligned. This person has a good header, so we can go ahead and look at the rest of the paper. It looks like this person has copied and pasted their quotes directly from the articles that we read, which is fine because they do have their in-text citations, but it does leave them with a variety of sizes and fonts going on, and we need to get rid of those, make everything look consistent. So the easiest way to do this is to hit Command A. That's going to highlight everything in your paper. You want to start over here in your toolbar with your font. Remember that an MLA paper can be in Times New Roman or Arial font. Either one is fine. So go ahead and select a font. Then you want to go over to the next option, which is font size. For an MLA paper, we want size 11 or size 12. Select your size. Now we want to make sure that all of our writing is in black ink and that there's no background color. This is especially important if you copied and pasted your citations from easybib.com. It will leave a very slight highlight color in the background, and we want to get rid of that. How you do that is you go up here to where you have bold, italic, underline, and the fourth option has an A, and it's for text color. Go ahead and select that. You'll see at the top you have options for text and for highlight, so we'll start with text. Go ahead and select the far left option, which is the black. Now everything is in black even if you copied from a website that had something in gray or in blue or in a different color. You want to go back up to the text color option, switch over to highlight, and select none. This will get rid of any of the highlight that you may have, even if it's kind of hard to see. This is just a good way to double check and make sure that it's taken off. Finally, you want to make sure that your entire paper is double spaced. Again, up in your toolbar, towards the right side, you'll have the up and down arrow that indicate line spacing. Select that, scroll down to double, and select double spaced. Now your entire paper is double spaced. Make sure that you don't have any extra spaces between the date and the title, or the title and your first paragraph. If you do, go ahead and get rid of them. All you need to do is just hit enter one time in between your lines, and the double spacing will take care of the rest. Also make sure that you have an indentation, so each time you have a new paragraph, the first line is indented one time over. Not 2 times or 3 times, just this one indentation here. Okay, as you're looking through your paper, also make sure that you have one direct quote and one in-text citation for each of your paragraphs. So here's my paragraph about William Shakespeare's life. I have a second paragraph about London during Shakespeare's time. I have a direct quote and an in-text citation. My third paragraph about the Globe Theatre, I have a direct quote and an in-text citation. Note that because this was an encyclopedia entry with no author, I can just put the article title for my in-text citation. Do make sure that is in quotation marks still as well. My last paragraph is about why we still care about Shakespeare today, and again, I have a direct quote and I have an in-text citation. So now I'm ready to work on my Works Cited page. The easiest way to do this is to place your cursor after the last word in your last sentence of your paper. Head up to Insert and scroll down to Page Break. This will give you a fresh new page without needing to just hit return over and over again. We want to center align, which is up here in our alignment options. Hit center and type your title, which is Works Cited. It should have maintained your spacing and your font and your size from the previous page, so that should all be good. Hit enter one time, and then you can go ahead and go back to left align. Now all you have to do if you have retrieved your citations from easybib.com is copy and paste them into this page. They need to be copied and pasted in alphabetical order by the first word in the citation. So I'm going to start with biography.com writers because that is the first in alphabetical order. You can just cut it right out of your paper using Command X. Scroll down to your Works Cited page and do Command V, and that pastes it in for you. Now all you have to do is hit Enter and copy and paste your next citation. The next one's going to be for the Globe Theater. Again, copy. Excuse me, you can actually just cut it out of there. So Command X, cut, bring it down, paste. Now you see it added this extra space. You just need one space in between each of your entries, so go ahead and delete that. All you need is this one double space. Again, hit Enter. Our next citation is for Shakespeare's London. Command X, bring it down to Works Cited. Command V will paste it. Hit Enter one more time, and we'll take our final citation here. Command X, bring it down, Command V. So now we have all four of our citations. They're in alphabetical order, but it is a little bit hard to tell where one citation ends and the next one begins. So what we need to do is put a hanging indent in each of our citations. Basically, this means that when you have a citation that goes more than one line, you indent the second line to make it a little more clear where your citations begin and end. The easiest way to do this is to place your cursor at the end of the first line of your citation, hit Enter, and Tab. Again, you put your cursor at the end of your first line, Enter, Tab. Again, put your cursor at the end of your first line of each citation, hit Enter and Tab, and one more time, Enter and Tab. Now it's very clear to see that we have an article from biography.com, an article from the Encyclopedia, an article from Eric Rasmussen and Ian DeJong, and an article from Cindy Tumiel. So this is a properly formatted Works Cited page. The last thing that you want to do is go back up and get rid of any extra spaces that the citations might have left in your paper. So now that I've removed those, I have a paper that is in MLA format. I have an indentation for each of my body paragraphs. I have properly used in-text citations in each paragraph, and I have a Works Cited page that is on a completely separate page from everything else. It has hanging indents and it's in alphabetical order. You are now ready to submit your paper.